it's time for Nico to give his Champions League bracket and who he thinks is going to be winning the tournament. So, Nico, why don't you get us started?
I don't want to make Arsenal Bayern the final and Bayern Arsenal wins. That's not happening.
Let's see this.
Chelsea beats PSG. Upset there.
That's an upset?
Yeah, it is an upset.
Okay.
100% it's an upset.
Okay.
Defending champions, and the defending champion loses, it's an upset.
Let's see where you go here.
Liverpool beats Galatasaray.
Oh, is that an upset?
Liverpool's got enough at home, no traveling. Liverpool's got it. That's not where my
That's a
upset
shocking
is.
one.
Shall we get Chelsea in, Liverpool into semi-final, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see who they're matching up against.
Liverpool.
Manchester City beats Real Madrid. I don't think Real Madrid are a good football team at the moment. Plus, Kylian Mbappe's injury issues really have me concerned. Bayern's going to beat Atalanta.
Chalk.
And then...
there's a lot of shocks here.
Yeah.
Bayern's going to beat Manchester City.
Chalk.
Okay. And then Barca's going to beat Newcastle.
Chalk.
Okay. Atletico Madrid is going to beat Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh, man. These surprises,
Yeah.
Nico.
Barca's going to beat Atletico Madrid into the semi-final of the Champions League.
Chalk.
Bodo Glimt is going to get through
Okay.
against Sporting. And here, Arsenal's going to beat Bayer Leverkusen.
Okay.
Okay.
Bodo Glimt is going to beat Arsenal.
Wow!
Bodo Glimt is going to beat Arsenal.
Let 'em have it. Let 'em have it.
Arsenal is focused. Arsenal is focused on the Premier League. Bodo Glimt has been able to beat Manchester City, has been able to beat Inter, has been able to beat
So they're going to beat Barca
who
too.
you
then.
want.
They're going to be Barcelona.
And then through to the final of the Champions
they're
League.
gonna, go ahead.
Bodo Glimt closes out at home.
That Norwegian jumper must be too tight. That must be too tight.
Barca goes through to the final.
I'll take your passport.
Check the comments. This guy knows ball.
Against Bayern. Because Bayern's going to beat Liverpool. Because I don't think Liverpool's got it.
So you said, wait, pause. Because they seem to have put Barcelona for you. You're saying Barcelona are going to beat Bodo, right? Or Bodo's going to beat Barcelona?
No, Barca's going to beat Bodo.
Okay.
Yeah, the fairy tale ends here, and Bayern's going to win the Champions League.
So the big hoo-ha you made at the beginning was that, I don't want to see a typical final when you have Bayern versus Barcelona in it.
But I don't have a typical bracket. I've got a major upset that nobody has.
You want this upset here?
Yeah, correct.
I need a little more evidence to understand this. Just break this. I just need to understand. I just break this down.
I think Bodo Glimt can get it done. I don't think they're scared to play anybody. And I think a lot of teams are scared of...
They got to get it done here first, too.
Well, they got to get it done there.
Right?
You had them getting it done there.
I do. And then losing to Arsenal.
Okay, yeah. Well, they haven't beaten Arsenal.
Okay.
Arsenal's going to be focused on their title fight and their EFL and their FA Cup. Don't worry. And then they're going to win the Prem. But Bodo Glimt's going to pull it off.
Talk to me about Liverpool getting to the semi-final.
Actually, I can see Chelsea beating Liverpool, but Liverpool's just got that edge of their European history, and I think they're going to have something to fight for because perhaps they might not even be making top 5. And that extra motivation, would they be, my question is for production, would they be closing out at home second leg? That's really important to know for that bracket.
Hold on, checking calculations.
I will say to you, though,
yeah.
I know a lot of people have put PSG through, but that Chelsea-Liverpool does, evoke some real euphoria, some nostalgic nights. I remember the infamous... There are some amazing Champions League ties that have been between those two teams.
Especially
the Gerrard Lampard days.
Two English teams going at it, that it can be anybody's game, right? So Liverpool would close out at Anfield, and I think that's advantage Liverpool. And again, added motivation to kind of right a lot of the wrongs that have been going on this season. It's not been a good season at all for Liverpool.
My knowledge might not be, my memory, might not be there. But did the Luis Garcia infamous ghost goal, was that in the Champions League or was that in another cup competition? You know what I'm talking about? Where Luis Garcia, they said they weren't sure if it was over, and then Gallas, I think, was the person that tried to clear off the... No, you don't remember that at all?
No.
The Luis Garcia ghost goal, you never heard of that? Someone in production will know exactly what I'm talking about, and they'll double check to whether or not it was in the Champions League. But Liverpool versus Chelsea that could be an amazing tie. It could be an amazing tie because also where both of those.
And I thought you were going to go with Real Madrid over Manchester City as an upset.
It's crazy that Real Madrid,
given where they are,
is an upset, right?
That would be an upset.
Listen, Mbappe is injured, and I think it's worse than everyone's making it, or at least Real Madrid is trying to make it out to seem. That is massively concerning. I don't see it with Arbeloa. they're not on the right track. They didn't address the issues of last season. I think they're a potentially worse team than they are last season. To be honest, they had no business getting to the quarterfinals of the Champions League against Arsenal. I would have loved to have seen that match be Arsenal-Atletico Madrid. They were a fluffed penalty kick away from Julian Alvarez in making that quarterfinal. So, I don't know. I also would like Atletico Madrid to beat Barcelona, but after what I saw in the Copa del Rey second leg,
Oh my gosh.
I don't think Atletico Madrid has it in them to go again 2 legs against Barca. I wonder who figures out the second leg at home there. I would imagine it's Atletico potentially.
I'm gonna ask you as well. I did get the confirmation that Luis Garcia goal, by the way, was in the Champions League.
In Champions League.
2000. But it was actually 20 years ago today, which I didn't even know when I made that statement. But credit to that. That's knowledge right there. Shout out to the game.
20 years ago today?
Today,
oh,
yeah.
Wow.
But what I want to ask you is, why did you designate Bayern as a champions? What did you see in terms of with Bayern?
I think there are 2 teams that are the most consistent in Europe throughout the entire season, regardless of style. Bayern and Arsenal. And Arsenal have them losing to Bodo Glimt, of course. So I think it's an off year for football. I think in Europe in general. I think there's a lot of everybody not named Bayern and Arsenal are having a questionable year. I think they have something to their game where you can say major weakness, including Barcelona. But they're so offensive, they're so high-flying, and I think they have a more favorable path to the final that they can get there compared to other teams on that side of the bracket. So push comes to shove in a one-off game. I think Bayern has the tools, especially an extraordinary player in Harry Kane, and then obviously add Olise, Luis Diaz, that their setup will beat Barcelona.
The only thing for me with Bayern is I'm not convinced on their back line. That for me, their front 3, it can go against anyone in world football. But in their
They've
midfield,
massively improved since last year, bro.
With Musiala now and Serge Gnabry coming off the bench and Kimmich, I think he's had a year where he's kind of reestablished himself. But that back line, it has improved. But still, to me, it's not
but
the
I can say the same things
Arsenal.
about the Barca backline.
I just want to.
I think the Barca backline has gotten worse, and the Bayern backline has gotten better since last year.
You got to complete it. We got to go to break soon. You got to know tiebreaker, total goals. What are we saying here, Nico?
Round of 16.
Round of 16 to the final.
35.
35.
Is that too low?
That's very low.
Think about match
2
day.
legs. Sorry, 2 legs.
Two
2
legs.
2 legs. Okay, sorry. 73.
That's not bad. That's somewhere around.
73.
That's okay. That's roughly.
Second tiebreaker. Minute of the first goal scored in the final. 6.
Oh, early.
Nico, can I just throw something
mind
at you?
Uh-huh.
Think of the Golazo show.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
One
how many
round of
games do we
16.
have?
If we have 16 games,
Nico, there's 37 games
We're around
gonna be
41.
played.
We're around 41 to 48
No, then
goals.
more. Then
In
sorry.
one-
Can we change this production?
your baby.
Make this. Sorry, I didn't know that this tiebreaker was. I could barely read it. 89.
Unnecessary.
Nico,
shade.
37 games. How many?
Unnecessary shade.
There's got to be at least 2 goals in each game.
I'm going, okay, 107.
Hey, you've made me excited.
There, done, I'm done.
I'm trying to help you out.
107.
Your bracket's
I'm
made
just
me
trying to help you
excited.
out.
Well, especially when we get to the quarterfinals and stuff, your bracket's definitely made me excited.
I'm not
I think those
thinking.
quarterfinal matchups are
Listen,
incredible.
when you play a bracket, you need a major upset.
Congratulations.
Is Arsenal very likely to get to the final? Of course. There are not many teams better than Arsenal. But you need a Cinderella story somewhere in there to win this. I'm not going to choose the same bracket as everybody. Everybody has Arsenal and Bayern in the final. I need something different. And where I see a run, who do you see having a better opportunity of a better run, of a dark horse run?
You know what?
Liverpool to the final?
We can have this debate all day long, but thank God that Nico's bracket is actually locked in here, because now you guys get to have a go online, because I'm ready for the comments. I'm ready for the
I'm
questions.
ready, bro. Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.